What's going on, HEXO traders? It is Monday, November 30th. Happy Monday. It's the last day of the month. So before we jump into today's video, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and tick the bell to be notified on any future updates. So in today's video, we're going to discuss HEXO's news that came out this morning. They're going to be participating in the Cowen 2020 Boston Cannabis Conference. So there's not really much to report here other than they'll be attending on Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. Sebastian St. Louis, CEO, will present in the cannabis panel on beverages, beer, and beyond at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. For further details, please contact your Cowen representative. So that's some positive news and can likely anticipate some momentum and just some overall awareness in terms of their products and their company. We also saw that there was an article that came out yesterday about whether or not hedge funds love HEXO Corp. So you can read this on your own time, but essentially there's been hedge funds and other institutional investors have compiled filings of their 13 Fs with the Securities and Exchange Commission, revealing equity portfolios at the end of September. So let's just skip through here. Is HEXO Corp really ready to rally soon? The smart money was in a bearish mood. The number of long hedge fund bets were cut by one lately. HEXO Corp was in 4 hedge fund portfolios at the end of the third quarter of 2020. So it does look like more hedge fund interest is ramping up in the stock. I've been calling this out for a while now. If you've been following this channel, I've been very bullish on HEXO since the lows at the mid 30 cent range, and absolutely love their products, absolutely love the company. Obviously, the financial distress is a little bit concerning, but all signs are pointing in the right direction. I made a lot of profits from the March lows trading US MSOs. And now that we've run hundreds of percent, 100, 200, 300% on some names like Trulieve and Cureleaf and GTII, all the major MSOs, the tier 1 MSOs. So now I'm looking to rotate those funds into some Canadian LPs, as I do anticipate more upside in the interim or in the short term because of the uplisting and they're on major exchange and ease of liquidity, that type of thing. Just way more capital to flow around. So I will start to transition more over back towards the US MSOs, but I think the play right now is in Canadian LPs, monthly canopy growth in a monthly uptrend, and HEXO looking really, really good. So this was a positive article. You can check that out on your own time. Let's move on to the Israel article. So Israel will be and they're going to be following Canada's blueprint. So Israel will be one of the cannabis sector's major international growth markets to watch in 2021. So it goes on to highlight basically that they're going to be legalizing, and they go on to mention earlier in the week, Aurora Cannabis announced a 2-year strategic supply agreement with Cantech Holdings, which is considered to be a leading Israeli medical cannabis operator. Under the agreement, the Canadian cannabis company will supply Cantech with at least 4,000 kilograms of bulk dried flower per year. So we go on, you can read that if you're interested in some Aurora. Then we see HEXO Corporation is another large-scale Canadian cannabis producer that has attractive leverage in the Israeli cannabis market. A few months ago, the company announced a strategic supply agreement with Breath of Life, which is also considered to be a leader in the Israeli market. During the last quarter, HEXO has reported a few substantial developments and believes that the move it has made in Israel is going to play an important role in the success of business over the long term. Similar to Cantech, Breath of Life has formed strategic distribution network, and we are favorable on the aspect of the story. Breath of Life is a GMP Israeli medical cannabis company that has established distribution network through pharmacies. They work with Superfarm, Israel's largest pharmacy retailer with 258 locations, and we are favorable at the amount of distribution that Breath of Life brings to the relationship with HEXO. For HEXO, we believe that the relationship with Breath of Life represents a major growth opportunity and think that it could help turn the operation around. The focus on the international cannabis market is an important aspect of HEXO's story, and we'll continue to monitor how this side of the business ramps into 2021 and beyond. So another positive article. Personally, I'm going to go load up. We've seen huge gains in HEXO stock today, so I'm going to be going and loading up on these products. But just taking a look at the Alberta Cannabis website, you can see we got the Molos, the 2.5 and the 5 milligram 1-to-1 ratio. Got all different kinds of drinks. Their strawberry hibiscus is sold out. I ordered the XMG mango pineapple that's due to arrive today. So expect a product review for that beverage here soon. I also ordered some Canopy products, so you can expect to see a review of that as well. And XMG tropical fruit, that was delicious. So they got their vapes. I'm gonna essentially order a ton of stuff. I got my order right here pretty much filled out. So about a $400 order. I'm gonna order some of the hash, the XMG drops. I haven't tried those yet. So the THC drops that are dissolvable in water. HEXO, the Granddaddy Purple vape cartridge that just came out not too long ago. So can't wait to try that one. Blue Dream disposable vape pen, Up Cold Creek Kush. I'm gonna try that out. Original Stash OS Click. So this is their distillate. Can't wait to try that out. HEXO Fire OG vape cartridge. The couple of vape cartridges there. I'm gonna get the CBD drops and the Up Northern Berry. So can't wait to try that. I think it's a cross between Blueberry and Northern Lights. So really excited to try that, but you can see they got a ton of products on here now. They don't really have any of like the chocolates or the edibles, but in my opinion, I think it was smart for them to go after the beverage. And they obviously have a ton of brands and something for everyone. And they're pretty much sold out on a lot of their products. So it goes to show that their write-downs probably won't be as much because, in my opinion, because they're having a trouble just keeping stuff in stock. And I keep checking, trying to get some more of their sativa. Their sativa's out of their original stash. It was fantastic. I'm trying to get that for a while now. Like I said, I'm going to order this Trainwreck OS Click distillate and try that out. But yeah, I can't wait to put my order through. A lot of people are asking if I sold today. I didn't sell any positions in HEXO. I'm actually adding to my positions as well. I think I just stop my screen share there. So I'm actually adding to my positions, not selling. And this is why. So taking a look at HEXO on the daily. There we go, nice pop again. So we hit a high today of 103 pre-market and then $1 during regular trading hours. But here's the kicker. Look at this absolute monstrous volume. Average volume, 12.2 million. We're barely even half the way through the day. Wait until tomorrow when the scanners start to, once the day traders start seeing this ticker pop up on their trading scanners, this is gonna be huge. That's absolutely insane. We're almost 3x volume and we're only halfway through the day. So can't wait to see how this closes out, and really excited to see a lot of people saying, you know, are you selling here? I'm absolutely not selling here. This could be a potential huge cup and handle here on the daily that we could be watching out for. So we have a resistance at 109 and then another resistance at 129. So if we see a cup and handle top out around 110, 109, we'll look for about no more than a 30% pullback or so from there. And then we'll see if we can get that cup and handle. If not, we just break straight through and we'll be eyeing 129 resistance. But again, I'm not selling any of my shares. I'm actually going to be buying more HEXO products. I love their products. They're my favorite Canadian LP by far. In terms of longevity and overall sentiment, I mean, obviously Canopy Growth is the head honcho and the granddaddy of them all, but I really love HEXO. We can see that the MACD is blasting off here on the daily. The accumulation is starting to trend up. We're getting close to overbought on the daily as well. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. So the weekly chart here, we did have a weekly higher low at 70 cents. So we did form that. We had a low of 60. We hit another low of 58 from the earnings reaction. So this is all coming off the low. So 58 up to 109. So we're looking for a higher low. We do have our higher low, but we need to break over 109 to be considered in a weekly uptrend. But taking a look at the daily, we'll be confident that the weekly higher low is set once we change the daily trend back to the bulls. So we had a low, high, higher, low, higher, high, and now we're searching for that daily higher low. And it looks like we potentially set it here. We had a low of 77.76. So it looks like the daily higher low is set down here at 70 cents. So most important daily support, in my opinion, is going to be 70 cents. We have a little mini higher low here at 76. And we also have a couple gaps in the charts, but we essentially filled those gaps. We had a high of 87 on Friday, and today we hit 88. So we essentially filled that gap, and now we are cleared to go. So we'll see if we have a gap and go, but essentially anything under 109 is just a daily lower high. So we need to break over 109. And like I said, just watching that cup and handle as a potential top out point. And after 109, we'll be looking at 129. On the hourly, you see here we were overbought to begin the day, and we did have an hourly inside bar. So we'll see how this breaks, but it looks like it wants to break bullish. Need to get above 94.99, which are right there. And most important support on the hourly is going to be 91 cents. You also have EMA 12 and 26 there as well. So you can look to potentially find a bounce point. EMA 26 at 85 cents and EMA 12 at 90 cents. So most important will be 90 in my opinion. But you can see that we are seeing lots of volume here on the 5-minute. These candles were essentially just dead. You can see we had a lot of non-volume for the most part, but it's picking up like crazy the last little bit. I know a few months ago, there was barely any volume being traded. And I just want to check something here as well. So I want to bring up something in the chart here. So I'll just bring up the Canadian chart because we have a little bit more history. Let's go back here to the 5-year chart. So look at this volume. So from back in 2018, 2019, when we had the huge run up, you can see we hit a high of about $11 on the Canadian side. But look at this volume. We're over that peak volume from the all-time highs. And you better believe that this is going to get some traders' attention from some traders. And with the volume scanners, it's obviously going to be a huge volume buzz tomorrow morning and into the end of the day today. So I'm expecting a run up into Wednesday's conference, and wouldn't be surprised if we saw some news as well, some additional news to come out, because this is looking really, really good on the HEXO chart. That volume is exceeding 2019 volume during all-time highs, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. We are now in a 5-minute uptrend as well on HEXO. Everything's looking great in terms of positive momentum. Taking a look at the weekly chart. So you can see the MACD stochastic is cross bullish. We're above the 10-week moving average, which is also a bullish sign. So we have all 3 green lights go there. Taking a look at the daily chart, we're above the 50, 100, and the 200. And we've been struggling at those moving average resistance for some time now. The daily MACD is blasting off, and we are 1 penny away from a golden cross. So we've already crossed the 50 through the 100-day bullish. And now we have the 50-day moving average at 73 cents and the 200-day moving average at 74. So we're very close to a golden cross. Another reason why I'm not selling, again, huge cup and handle potential on the daily, and looking to see an explosive move here potentially tomorrow and into Wednesday once we do see these traders pick up on these scanners and this huge volume that we saw today. So that is absolutely monstrous volume. Taking a look at the Canadian side, 2.9 million average volume. We're currently at 5.8. Another level I was watching here on the weekly, so you can see we had the weekly 50-week moving average at 86 cents, and today we hit a low of 88 cents. So once we held that 86 support, obviously it's going to be super bullish if we can close above that going into the end of the week. So last week we closed right at that resistance, and we are now passing above. So it looks like that has been a pass. We back tested. Now I'd like to see us continue this momentum into the end of the week. And if we can close above 86 on that weekly, that's going to be a very extremely bullish sign. So it's been a great day. Congrats to the bulls, and sorry bears, but shorting every rip just doesn't work anymore. And there's comes a time where, you know, you'll do it until it works. And obviously you were rewarded 9 times out of 10 or 99 times out of 100 of the last year or two. But it finally looks like the momentum is picking up and it's here to stay. And I am one happy, very happy investor and HEXO bull. And I don't plan on selling my position anytime soon. So with that, thanks so much for joining us for another daily HEXO video update and technical analysis video review. And make sure to subscribe to the channel and tick the bell to be notified on any future updates. I'll be doing a product review of the HEXO Mango Pineapple, and I'll also be doing a review of the new CGC Canopy Growth beverages as well. So once again, thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. I appreciate you tuning in. Best of luck for the rest of the trading day, and we'll see you a little bit later on today for another daily market recap and some product review videos.